Nearly two-thirds of likely New Hampshire Democratic primary voters said they would prefer a life-extinguishing meteor strike against the Earth over President Donald Trump being re-elected in November.
62% of Democrats in New Hampshire, whose primary will take place on Tuesday, responded to a University of Massachusetts Lowell survey by saying they'd prefer human extinction over a second Trump term. An even higher percentage, 69%, of people making less than $50,000 a year and female voters agreed that a giant meteor is preferable to the president getting re-elected on November 3, 2020. Independent voters surveyed also expressed relatively large support for the meteor strike, with just over half supporting Trump over extinction.
The UMass Lowell survey of 400 likely Democratic primary voters asked respondents, which of the following outcomes would you prefer to occur on November 3, 2020? Donald Trump wins re-election or a giant meteor strikes the Earth, extinguishing all human life?
UMass Lowell Associate Professor Joshua J. Dyke, who led publishing of the survey, told Newsweek Saturday that the giant meteor question was intended to measure the amount of partisan anger and polarization among U.S. voters. He acknowledged that the query is a bit tongue-in-cheek, but it helps to better illustrate how angry Democrats are as they vote in the primaries. He noted that a similar 2016 survey question of millennials showed that both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump had higher unfavorability ratings than they did positive favorability.
Only 38% of those who responded chose Trump over the deaths of themselves and all of humanity. 72% of those polled who identified with a conservative ideology said they would prefer the president is re-elected later this year. Only 31% of moderates said they would favor Trump's re-election.
The unorthodox, eschatological survey also questioned likely Democratic voters on who they believe is most likely to defeat Trump in a general election match-up. Former Vice President Joe Biden came out on top with 42% saying he can defeat the president, and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders came in second after receiving 31% of support. About 27% of respondents said both candidates are about equally likely to defeat Donald Trump.
As Vice News noted in September, this presidential election cycle has been marked by an unusually high number of Americans expressing a "just let them all burn" mindset towards national politics. The article cited a 2018 academic paper entitled, A Need for Chaos and the Sharing of Hostile Political Rumors in Advanced Democracies, which sought to explain why people spread and adopt nasty online political gossip. In many cases, disaffected Americans relayed fantasies about natural disasters wiping out entire populations of the Earth over any type of nuanced political discussion.
The UMass Lowell survey went on to ask more mundane political questions, with a slight majority saying they'd have preferred Trump was removed by impeachment than by the upcoming election. About 45% of those surveyed said they would like to see Trump's time in office coming to an end as a result of the election, and not by impeachment.